Okay, so I'm reflecting what worked really well on my lesson, reflecting my UDL. I would say utilizing pair and share, small groups, and providing a lot of visuals with sentence starters, sentence frames. So I have been teaching a series of lessons about the Roman Empire, the Byzantine Empire. My history class, I teach seventh grade IIC history, and my students are able to identify evidence, and I give them also a quick or a short test with no more than 7 or 6 questions. But I want my students to read out loud and share with their neighbors. So they pair up with 2 or 3 students. They come up with ideas, and I have sentence starters, how to construct a complete sentence, and I think it worked really well, providing those examples, sentence frames, sentence starters, to give them an idea how to construct a complete sentence. What did not work well during my implementation activity, and why? I would say most of my students have disabilities. They all have IEPs. So I think what didn't work well was when my students had to work on an assignment on Canvas, and when I gave them a post assessment to reflect how much they have learned about the lesson or the chapter, I would say it was a little bit of a struggle for some students finding the answers, even though it was an open book. Finding the Some students finding the page number, and when they see there's information more than 2 or 3 pages, it's a struggle for them. They think it's a little bit too much. So I think that was where we struggle, and that's what we are working on, implementing maybe shorter quizzes or assignments on Canvas, and providing more examples on Canvas with detailed agenda what they're supposed to be doing. So I think that's what I need to be improving in my lessons. Also, I will continue improving sentence frames, sentence starters with my students. I also will be using, and I'm using currently T charts. I'm using extra examples, visuals, real life events examples, and in that way create a fun and engaging environment in my classroom. So everyone is learning, because we all learn from different ways. So I'm trying my best to provide all the examples, so I'm able to improve all my students' reading comprehension and writing skills. And last, what impact or change do I anticipate? I anticipate a lot of growth from my students, providing UDLs, and a lot of. I feel like providing a lot of visuals to my students, targeting the depth of knowledge, and a lot of scaffolding. It's key, especially with my students that have they learn differently at their own pace. So the impact that I have to I see on my students is that the more scaffolding I provide, the more visuals or short video clip, the better idea they have of the lesson and understanding, so they are able to comprehend, and they're able to do better. And same with improving their reading and writing.